right, everybody. My name is Jennifer Clark, and I teach biology and earth science at this school. This is my 4th year. I would like to share with you the reasons that MEVA is so important, not just to these kids, but to the state of Maine. When I first started teaching in brick and mortar school in New Jersey, and the population spanned urban to rural kids, my principal gave us a speech the very first day, the day before kids arrived. This was my first teaching job, so I was really nervous. And he told us the story of a boy on a beach full of beach starfish. And there was a boy that was picking them up and throwing them back in. An old man approached him and said, "Why on earth are you picking them up? It doesn't matter, there's so many of them." And the boy picked up another one and threw it back in. And he said it mattered to that one. This is MEVA. This is what we do. I have never seen a school so dedicated to its students, or whose teachers are so respectful to the students. It's the only school I've ever seen whose students and teachers are there to achieve the same goal, learning. The impact this has on students is profound, and it can't be overstated. We don't have to function to constantly criticize and control the behavior of these kids. We don't have to patrol their interactions as they feel pressured to show off amongst friends. They come into our school, and when they transfer in, they have that armor. And they're soon disarmed as they see our culture is to be kind, supportive, and to learn. And it's not only the culture of the teachers, but it's the culture of the students themselves, the administration, and our board. At MEVA, students are able to be themselves and also be accepted and appreciated for it. MEVA saves kids. This is not hyperbole. MEVA saves kids. We get so many students who tell stories of being bullied at their previous schools, that they felt trapped, and their only option was dropping out or worse. Let me say that again. We have students, more than one student, tell us that if they had to stay at their previous school, they would not be here today. They would have committed suicide. And those are only the ones who have said something. The state of Maine needs online charter schools, and the state of Maine needs MEVA. These students thrive in online education. No one can judge them or hurt them. There is no bullying. They can focus on learning, and just learning. Their angry teen armor comes down, and they fall into that fold of being a regular kid again, your kid. It's amazing to see. As a parent myself, this says everything. These kids have an alternative way out. A school community that welcomes them as they are. Many of these students have admitted being bullied repeatedly, sexually harassed repeatedly, and even bullied by teachers at their previous school. At MEVA, 95% of students surveyed said they never worry about violence at their school. Never. When students were asked how often people were disrespectful to others, 95% gave a favorable response. When asked how fairly the adults treat the students, 97% of students gave a favorable response. I challenge you to find another school, anywhere, that gets those kinds of results. We want our kids to be safe, to be surrounded by kindness, to be able to be themselves and to learn in a school culture where learning is more valued than looking cool to peers, trying to climb that social hierarchy we all know about from when we were in school. Or even figuring out where to sit at lunch. In my case, it was the bus. I was trying to figure out where to sit on the bus. It was terrible. We have, for the past 5 years, you guys pushed forward in learning this new way of teaching, figuring out the pitfalls and differences from brick and mortar. There are many, and we are still working. And like any innovative or new way of doing something that was originally entrenched in traditional dogma, it's going to take time to make it right. We work towards this every day. The teachers in particular are so very dedicated to these children, to ensuring they receive a quality education. We work tirelessly to improve their learning, our relationships, and our school culture. Every single one of our students is a starfish worth saving. Please, please allow MEVA to continue improving itself and filling that niche that so many of them need in saving students one by one.